This is the Flowed Jet syrup pump board. It's a standard board, has 6 pumps on it. Now, you're only going to need 4 flavours. So, before you start, choose 2 pumps and disconnect the gas line to it, which will stop 2 of the pumps from working. That's done by, let's say you go with the middle line pumps, and that's as simple as it is. That's all there is to it. Now, there's a little button here, which as long as it's not touching anything, nothing will come out. So all you do is slide this little clip to the side and pull it out. And then those 2 pumps won't work. We're going to send them to you anyway. It's always good to have spare pumps, plus later on you may want to use the extra flavours. Now, the new Python line we've sent you is 6mm. So we've put these converters on to the 6mm line. What you'll find is in your existing machine, it runs 10mm. The new machine runs 6mm, so we've sent you a 6mm Python. It'll just make everything run a little bit more convenient, well, smoothly, as you're not going to have pressure differentials between the machine and the Python line. So, you'll notice each pump has one of these on it. So, you're only doing the 4, but we've sent you the 6 as we're sending you 6 pumps. Now, what you do is you choose a pump, for example, let's call this one Cola. Right on it, Cola, we've provided a black marker pen in your goodies box, which is down there. Write Cola on it. Go to the Python line, you'll find one with Cola written on it. Not the end with the gun, the end that has just the tubing coming out of it. You'll find one that says Cola. Put a clamp, once again, provided in the goodies box, with the pincers to close the clamp shut. Put the clamp over the Cola line, push the Cola line up into here, and clamp it shut. You may need to cut it shorter depending on where you've mounted this compared to where the line is. If you do, just a pair of garden secateurs, pliers, whatever you use to cut it will be absolutely fine, as long as you get a nice straight cut. Then clamp it shut. Do the same with the lemonade, the raspberry, and the squash. Once that's done, there is the gas line, which is this line here. It travels between all 6, and you're going to remove 2. I'd recommend removing the middle 2, but you can do the bottom 2, the top 2, it doesn't really matter. But this line here needs to be attached to the gas regulator. So from the gas regulator, which is in this little box here, and there's a gas regulator section, which explains it in more detail. It has 2 barbs on the bottom. One says carbonator, one says syrup pumps. Obviously these are the syrup pumps. So put a 6mm line, which is included, from this barb here. So put a clamp over the line, slip it up, clamp it in place, run the line to wherever the gas bottle is with the gas regulator on it, cut the line to size, and clamp it off. That's that one done. Now, next is from the pump to the syrup pump box, which we've included, might as well tell you now. Lemonade, a raspberry, a cola, and a lemonade. We're not sure if you need any of this just yet, but we've sent you one of each. You do have 12 boxes free with this installation, but I'm not sure how fast you go through it, so the rest are just going to be left on credit with your account. Now, back to the pump. What you do is you take this roll of tubing here, remove, let's say this pump here, we'll remove the red cap. Once again, clamp over the tube over the plastic nozzle at the back, and clamp it shut. Then run that tube to wherever you're keeping, let's call it the lemon squash, if that one's going to be the lemon squash. Cut the tube to size. There is black fittings inside here, once again, which will look, just so I can grab one. This is an old second-hand one I just grabbed out of a old fittings box that was close by. Simply clamp it off, same way this is. Then I'd write on the tube itself with the black pen, lemon squash. Then on the pump, lemon squash. Just so if you ever have to change one of these pumps out, you do know what flavour's not working. That's all there is to it. Do that for all 4 pumps that you're going to use. I should also mention this backing board is made out of Perspex, so it needs to be mountable. Probably needs to be mounted somewhere. Now, we don't pre-drill the mounting holes because we found that people mount them to walls where stuff was existing before. They like mounting it to shelving units, all sorts of stuff. So simply drill a hole anywhere you like, then put a screw through that to the wall. Or drill a hole in it, put a black marker wherever your holes are into the wall behind, take this down, put your drill holes where the black marker is, put in a hole bung, and put a screw through it. We tend not to advise putting a screw directly through this without drilling a hole first, otherwise it is Perspex and can shatter on you. That's really all there is to this. Quick surmise: gas line to the gas regulator, clamp it off. Each flavour from the Python line to the outlet line, clamp it off for all 4 pumps that you use, and line from the inlet to your box to all 4, and add a fitting. We also recommend, once again, writing on the tube and on the pump what's in each box, what each line does. And that's all there is to the syrup pump board.